So growing up, I was always a console gamer, whether it was the original Xbox, the Wii, Nintendo 64, all the way up now until my most previous console, Xbox One X. But I just recently started streaming about 6 to 8 months ago and realized if I wanted to do really cool things like overlays and alerts, then I would probably need a PC to do that. So today, I really want to walk you guys through exactly the parts I picked and why, and hopefully this gives you guys some insight to help you with your own builds. For those of you who don't know, I stream on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday. If you have any questions about this video or any questions about design related stuff or PC stuff, definitely come ask me. I would love to help you guys out as best I can. Also, if you find anything in this video helpful or informative, please leave a like and subscribe and let me know what you thought of the video. All right, with that being said, let's hop right in and check the build out. To start off, my CPU, I decided to go with the AMD Ryzen 7 2700X. The reason for this is, well, for a couple reasons. So I went AMD because the price to performance ratio I felt was the best for my budget and price range. Also, just at like all the reviews and videos that I watch, people are really pleased with the Ryzen or with AMD right now. And it's just kind of unbeatable at its price point. Okay, so kind of the second reason I decided to go with the Ryzen 7 2700X specifically is because even though it's an older model, I still get 8 cores. And for this price point, I really couldn't do much better for streaming at my budget. So if you're going for a gaming build, you may want to consider going with some of the newer models, the 3000 series over the 2000 series. Okay, so second thing we're going to look at is the motherboard. So I decided to go with the B450 Tomahawk Max. The reason for this is mostly because of the build video I watched to build this PC. It's by Bitwit. He's really great. I'll leave his information in the description below. He has tons of build videos and he was super helpful to me. But he recommended the original, the B450 Tomahawk, and it had like all the compatibility worked with the CPU and the GPU and everything. So it was already a good board and it fit the build. I just went for the Max because it's just kind of the upgraded version and they had some newer features on it. Also, it fits really well into my budget, so that's why I went with that motherboard. Okay, so the GPU I decided to go with is the GeForce RTX 2060 Super. Now, this was the biggest part of the budget. As you can see, it's $400. So I dropped a pretty big chunk of change on this, but this one is super important because it's essentially what's going to allow you to stream, especially at really high qualities and game. I went with this one because not only is it like a very good GPU, so it's going to run all the games that I need it to, but it also, and this is probably the most important part, it has NVENC encoding. So what NVENC encoding is essentially a part of this GPU is dedicated solely to streaming. So it doesn't eat into your gaming resources. For me, this was super important because I wanted to make sure that I could have a high quality stream without dropping insane amounts of money. And we'll get into the budget and stuff at the end. But for me, this was just the best option. And I really do recommend NVENC encoding to anyone considering it. Okay, so now for the memory. Maybe not as fun as the first three, but I decided to go with G.Skill Ripjaws. And I got 2 sticks of 8 gig. 16 gigs is going to be pretty good for most of you guys. Maybe look into getting 32 if you're doing really intensive stuff. But for 16 gigs, that was just fine for me. So I decided to go with DDR4 3600. The reason for this is based on the research that I did. It seems that AMD likes faster memory, so I decided to go with the 3600. Okay, so now for the storage. This actually isn't the one that I bought. I bought the 2 terabyte, but I couldn't find it on Newegg. If I find it anywhere, I'll definitely let you guys know and drop a link below. But I went with the Silicon Power NVMe Gen 3 i4 M.2. The reasons I went with this one, really, I just looked for something that had good reviews, was in my price range, and had really good read and write speeds. This stick specifically was also featured in one of Bitwit's videos. I trust him. I think this is a good SSD. It's worked for me so far, and I recommend it. Okay, so now for our power supply. This is the one I got. It's a Seasonic S12 55 watt 80 plus bronze. Now, if I did this again, I would probably go with a modular. I got one that, let's see if they have it. So basically all these cables are just attached and you can't unattach any. A modular one, you would be able to take some cables off. So if I did this again, I would do modular, but for the most part, it fit in the case that I picked. I liked it and it has good reviews and it fit in the budget. So that's why I went with this one. Okay, so now for the case, kind of fun. I went with the Fractal Design Focus G. I went with black. They have a ton of colors, but it comes with 2 fans. It has really good airflow. It's a little bit on the cheaper side, and like getting it, some things weren't ideal, let's say, but I thought overall it was a great case. I'd probably give it a 7 or 8 out of 10, especially for the price range. But great case, good airflow, had extra fans. So yeah, that's why I went with this case. Also, I think it's pretty cool. So that's a bonus. Okay, so with it all said and done, the total comes out to $1,066, so right under $1,070. For me, this was like the ideal budget. I really wanted to hit that like $1,000 price point, and I think I achieved that. I got something that is good for streaming, gaming, and editing, which are all the things that I need it for. If you guys would like to see specs or how it runs games or streams, or even the behind the scenes of me actually building it, definitely let me know and I can throw a video together for you guys. Again, if you guys have any questions, definitely check out the stream. Come hang out with me. I would love to talk to you guys. Also, I would love to chat over on Discord. We have a great little community and I'm sure anybody would be willing to help you out over there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day and I'll see you guys around. Bye. I'm gonna make love to your woman, gonna lay down by the fire. I'm gonna caress your womanly body, gonna get those juices flowing. We're making love, baby.